She's got love like war. Girls gotta love like war. Don't feel like it don't make sense. 'Cause you're bringing me in and now you're kicking me out again.
What's up, YouTube? It's Bonnie.
And Lexi.
And that must mean it's Wednesday, and you're watching For a Couple of Gays.
This week's topic is about how we met and fell in love and live in a fairy tale. Something like that. You see, what happened was... Shout out to Alex!
I was in a sorority my freshman year of college, and I had an apartment with four other girls. I was getting ready to go out with two of my roommates plus a bunch of the other sorority girls, and I had known that one of my roommates was gay. I knew that. Her friends were coming over to see her.
I should say before this, I was always boy crazy, like hardcore, but none of my relationships ever lasted.
I finished getting ready and I walk out of my bathroom and there Lexi is just sitting there, and I just stopped, like dead in my tracks, and I just am staring at her. So I'm getting butterflies and I'm freaking out because I'm like, oh my god, I know what this feeling is. When I first met her, it was in January. Not this January, but January of the year I met her. And so I would see her more and more, and I would just keep getting these feelings, but I just kept it a secret. When I first met her, she had a girlfriend, and then they broke up, and she broke up with her girlfriend at the time for another girl. So yeah, so said girlfriend, they are together. She just wasn't a very good girlfriend. I found out that her girlfriend was like trying to grind up on all these other girls. Like, you found stuff in her phone?
Yeah, it wasn't cute at all. She was just a very bad girlfriend. Not faithful at all. And to be quite honest, it was just a rushed relationship.
So I'm finding out about this, and I am like livid. Like, I'm like, who the fuck does this girl think she is? Like, I just want to beat the shit out of her even though I can't because I'm weak, and she's all big and masculine.
So we have this party at my apartment, and Lexi's there. And at this point, I'm seriously just freaked out because, like, feelings are at a high. Like, we even started calling her straight bait. Yeah, that's what we called her. And that was, like, my little, okay, well, it's okay to call her that because now it's just, like, a little, everyone knows it's kind of like a joke now. So it's just a joke. Like, straight bait, that's what she is. I'm in my room, totally trying to avoid her. And
I decide to go in there and play my guitar.
She's like, can I sit in here and play my guitar? And I was like, sure. I was like, I'm just trying to watch the L Word, but sure.
Yeah, she was pissed.
And so then she leaves, and my roommate comes in, and she's like, Vaughn, are you okay? Are you like, why aren't you out there with us? And I was like, Lair. Her name was Lauren, and we call her Lair. So I was like, Lair, I have to tell you something. And for the record, my best friend will still hold it against me to this day that I did not tell her first. So I was like, Claire, I have to tell you something. And she was like, are you okay? What's going on? And I was like, I think I like Lexi. And she was like, what? Are you serious? Like, freaking out about it. So yeah, that happened. Still with said girlfriend, like, girlfriend's been down, partied with us, and I was even like,
oh my god, hi! I'm so glad you're here! Every time we would come over, my girlfriend and I, she would be the first one to greet her. Not even say hi to me, but greet her.
Her girlfriend actually thought that I had a crush on her. It's August. And we all decided to go out to a club called The Mask. Well, Lexi at the time lived in Ohio, so the Ohio group was just gonna meet us there. So I'm like texting Lexi. First of all, let me just tell you, I have Lexi's number because my roommate Mariah, who she was best friends with, I was like, it was one of our parties or whatever, and I was like, hey Mariah, I was like, where's Lexi? Basically. Yeah, I was being a huge creep. And I was like, where's Lexi? And Mariah was like, oh, she's at home. I was like, oh, let's call her. We should call her and have her come over. And Mariah was like, well, she can't really get calls. on her phone right now. And I was like, oh, well, what's her number? I'll just text her then. And then I got her number, and that's how that started. So, we're on the way to this club. 2 separate cars. I'm drunk, she's drunk. And I'm so mad that this is how I told her. But I basically text her, and I'm like, basically, I really like you. I'm really confused about it, but I really like you, and I think your girlfriend's a douchebag. And so we get to this club, and we're like dancing, and we're holding hands, and it was just like instant connection. Like, it was just one of those things where, as cheesy as it sounds, it was like you just didn't want the night to end. You just wanted to be in that moment, like no one else was around.
Oh, and you told me that night that you liked me too, basically. So now we both know how the other feels, and this is where extreme complications arise.
To keep it short, one week Lexi wanted to be with me, the next she was like, oh, I would marry my girlfriend if she asked me to. Am I right?
And I knew what I wanted, but I was scared. Don't ignore her. I knew what I wanted. I was just scared shitless because Bonnie isn't exactly the normal girls that I go for, and I was scared to death of what, like, normally I was used to girls treating me like crap, and she was at my every beck and call. She came to all my games. She just was amazing, and like, just freaking literally like a dream girl.
It was Thanksgiving Day.
She was with me in North Carolina with my family.
Yeah, I met her family, all this stuff. She had apparently broken up with her girlfriend by this point, by the way.
So we're together a month, and we break up again. Because I am the douchebag, and one day she found some stuff that I regret every day.
So instead of her being the one to break up with me all the time or end things with me, I was finally putting my foot down and was like, sorry, we have to break up.
That whole entire weekend I did nothing but think about her nonstop, and like did everything that I could to like prove myself that, because I mean at that moment that she ended it and called me out on my bullshit, I was like, I fucking love this girl, like no one has ever done that, and no one, I just knew that she was worth like everything, so I'm gonna cry.
Oh!
I'm not going from the camera. Come here.
Yay, sorry about that. Anyways,
we were broken up for like 4 days and got back together on New Year's Eve of that year. We've pretty much been going strong ever since. We've been together for a year and 3 months, almost. Yep. We've been engaged since June of 2010. I know.
June what?
18.
Okay. That was the lovely adventures of Bonnie and Lexi.
I'm not really sure what next week's topic is, but I'm sure you're gonna love it. We will see you guys next Wednesday. Woo woo.
She's so white.
He's a big baby, huh? He's touching me. Ew, you're touching me.